Urban blight is the process by which a community's characteristics consist of the visual, psychological, and physical effects of living daily life among empty lots, abandoned buildings, and condemned houses, including poor infrastructure, high local unemployment, increased poverty, crime, elevated levels of pollution, and low overall living standards and quality of life. You spend more than 2/3 of your time where you live. Thus, housing and neighborhood conditions affect your individual and family well-being. The health impacts from blighted properties, substandard housing, abandoned buildings, and vacant lots are often not immediately visible or felt. Your quality of life is highly contingent on your environment. Life expectancy in nearby neighborhoods can be dramatically different even though the neighborhoods are only a few miles apart. Research has confirmed that neighborhoods have a major impact on your health as well as your economic success. It is well documented by scholars that racial disparities in economic mobility, health, and healthcare are influenced by living in a distressed neighborhood. In St. Louis, there is a significant correlation between vacant properties and violent crime, homicides, and elevated lead levels in blood tests. 85% of homicides, 80% of violent crime hotspots, and 85% of elevated lead levels overlap with vacancy hotspots in St. Louis. Where you live matters. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, has identified key environmental factors that affect your well-being as part of its Healthy People 2020 initiative. The initiative seeks to create social and physical environments that promote good health for all. The CDC has developed a framework that reflects 5 key social determinants of health: economic stability, education, social and community contacts, health and healthcare, neighborhood, and the built environment. North St. Louis needs a blight reduction strategy centered around results and improved performance management. The city's actions and inactions, whether or not they violate any specific statutory duty, have so profoundly damaged North St. Louis and threatened its citizens' fundamental constitutional rights to life and liberty. It is critically important to understand who is leading the intervention, the intervention's primary targets, when the intervention is used, and what policy, regulatory, administrative, and legal processes are used to deploy it. It would take a substantial amount of unencumbered resources to abate these conditions in North St. Louis City, resources that can be potentially derived from a public-private partnership from the leasing and managing of St. Louis's Lambert International Airport, thus ensuring that all potential efforts with respect to transforming our airport, especially those that can generate resources for North St. Louis City, receive a fair and impartial airing and consideration by the citizens of St. Louis City, because a vibrant North St. Louis City offers the greatest benefits for our city and region.